Hey y'all, it's your girl Gemini Jazz with House of Chiron, and we are back with another episode of Galactic Gossip. So, welcome in and welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you will not miss a beat on anything that I upload. And also, if you are returning to my channel, welcome back, welcome in. You know how we do. We are now family and all those good, wonderful things. I hope last week was good for everyone and that you enjoyed the first week of March, because now we are in week 2 of March. Time is just going by really quickly this year. 2022 did not come to play with us. Okay. So without further ado, y'all know the drill. Get these announcements out the way so we can talk about the important stuff, which is this astrology energy. Okay, so quick announcements. We have the Celestial City that is open, as always, and you are welcome to join us in there for some Reiki, for some astrology readings, and all kinds of good, wonderful things that we do in that community. Also, I have the March year, or not year, excuse me, the March month ahead astrology forecast for all signs, all 12 signs, and you can buy them individually for $10.10, and they will be coming out every month for the rest of this year. And trying to see how this is going to go for the year before I commit to it being a long-term thing. You never know what the year may bring. You know, it's been interesting times, I must say. So for right now, you can buy them for $10 every month. And they are normally available at the end of the month towards the first week of every month. All right. So also we have the year ahead reading. So you are looking for some year ahead energy on how these major transits are going to be affecting you by your sign. You can purchase that as well. The 2022 year ahead readings are available for $16.99, and you can find all of that information on my website, or just hit the description box below and access those links, and they will navigate you to wherever it is that you desire. Also, we have the big announcement that I launched the candle company. So it is Chiron Candles. We launched the chakra collection. So we have 7 different candles, all representing each chakra. So from the root all the way to the crown, and they all are infused with the Reiki energy by yours truly, Reiki practitioner, Reiki master Jasmine Wilson, aka Gemini Jazz. So all of those are available on the site. We are almost sold out of a few of them. So go ahead and get yours, and then I will be updating the information on when they become available again whenever I restock. But for now, go ahead and navigate to the website. The chakra collection is available. They have so many different like tools and things that's just really cute with it. So you have like your Reiki charm, you have your tumble stone that's associated with each chakra. And then you have like the herbs that go along with the chakra focus, as well as the color. So I just infused all types of therapy. You got the color therapy plus the sound therapy and all the good stuff with the herbal therapy. Everything is holistically done within those, and they're all organic coconut soy wax, hand poured in Round Rock, Texas by me. So there you have it. I think that is all the announcements that I have. Anything else I will update, as the time comes along. So let's just get into the important stuff. Let's talk about this astrology energy, okay, for this week. Now, we are going to be covering the energy for week 2 of March, and this is going to cover March 6th all the way through March the 12th. Okay. And starting off on the very first day of this week, March the 6th, we have Mars and Venus both entering into Aquarius, and then they are going to come at an exact conjunction at 0 degrees in Aquarius. So this is really impactful energy. Okay. So first I'm going to talk about Mars. Mars is going to be in the sign of Aquarius from March the 6th all the way through April the 14th. So we have about a good 6 weeks of this energy. And so how we go about initiating things change from being more stable and grounded to a more rebellious and outside of the box kind of method. And so keep in mind that Mars is the ruler of our physical energy, our drive, our confidence, how we initiate things. And as Mars transits through Aquarius, we all know is very innovative, and they think outside the box. They do things ahead of time. So This is not only going to give us the physical exertion that we need, but also the mental agility that's necessary, right? So Aquarius is about that innovative quality, the innovation, the thinking ahead. And so having that Mars energy, we're naturally going to be rebellious towards some things, okay? And we're also going to kind of push beyond the status quo, doing things ahead of time, going against the grain. That is very key, a key indicator here. So we're going to be looking to break a few barriers with this energy and stand up for what we are passionate about, especially with us being under that, Saturnian thumb, right, in Aquarius, right? We want to do certain things and we just have not been able to. And that Saturn-Uranus square is going to be activated once again with this passing of Mars in Aquarius. So keep that in mind, as well as keep in mind that Venus is here, right? Venus is also going through this transit with Mars, and it's reminding Mars that sugar attracts more flies more than vinegar ever will. So it's going to soften our approach and how we go about doing things. Although we are desiring freedom, and we want to be independent in our own way for our desires, but if we choose to go at it alone, we might actually exert more energy and more time than what's necessary if we choose to unify, right? Unifying with our communities and keeping that collective focus in mind. Now, as the month continues, right, we're going to enter into Aries season, and Mars will soon encounter Big Daddy Saturn, as I like to call Saturn, right? Because Saturn is, like that father figure that it applies those restrictions, because it's like, hey, I need you to make sure you're paying attention to the detail and you're doing things in a practical and solid way, right? So it's applying that those restrictions, because yes, we have the drive. Yes, we have the initiative. Yes, we have the confidence, but there's always something to learn. And that's what Saturn is here for. Like, hey, make sure you're not missing these things. So we may be forced, maybe even faced with some delays. So we may be forced to kind of like slow down and pay attention. And this is going to require us to do some things more than one time before we get it right. And this is the best way for Mars and Aquarius, especially if you have Mars natally in Aquarius in your chart. So especially for those people that have that energy, but just naturally, this energy is the best way for Mars to learn how to exercise its genius, right? By doing things more than one time, making sure that you're considerate of the details and that you're not skipping over things and moving quickly through it, right? Or even overthinking your genius in a sense, right? So that Saturn-Uranus square is going to become activated yet again, and it's going to bring up some frustrations and some tense situations while we are still attempting to get things going and get things moving. So just keep that in mind, that it's only temporary. Okay. And that, slowing down is not a bad thing. So just slow down and process what is here for us to recognize and then apply. Okay. Now, we also have Venus entering into Aquarius on the same day, March the 6th, and will remain in the sign of Aquarius all the way through to April the 5th of 2022. So we have about a good month or so in this energy. And so Venus has been in the sign of Capricorn with Mars, but it's been in Capricorn longer. It's been in Capricorn for about 4 months, since November 5th. And it's been teaching us lessons in love, money, and self-worth for the last 4 months. And so we've gone back and forth with, trying to find, or really deeply or profoundly trying to understand what it is that we value and how much weight it genuinely holds, right? The things that we claim that we value. So some of us have experienced loss, some of us have experienced gain, and many of us have experienced both. And so what we have learned is what needs to be applied as we move forward into this Venus and Aquarius, because Venus and Aquarius is rebellious in love, right? It has that detachment vibe, right? It's all about the autonomy. So what is here for the long term matters the most now that we have that understanding with that long Venus through Capricorn transit, especially with that new wisdom that we've obtained. Now we can apply it and make it into something genius. Now, as Venus is entering into Aquarius, our love languages will become less attached to what we thought we desired as we embrace our individuality and our autonomy, especially within partnerships. Now, keep in mind, like I mentioned before, that it's going to be joining with Mars at the very beginning of this transit, and we are rebellious and passionate about how we receive the things that we desire and what we feel that we deserve. Now, understanding that, we attract our desires, truly by remaining ourselves, aligning to our values and our truth. Having that understanding is going to be beneficial for us. Now, assisting us also to like embrace the unknown, right? Because we still are in Pisces season, and Pisces season is the unknown, the undoing, is the things that are hidden. So it's really providing us what it is that we need to embrace that unknown aspect of things. And as we begin to have this renewal energy that comes as we're moving into a Aries season, right? That's the spring equinox. It's a new astrological year. So we are about to be experiencing a lot of renewal, but not before there are more lessons and restrictions within our love and money and values and so on and so forth, all those Venusian things. Now, as Venus nears this conjunction to Saturn, the activation of that pesky Saturn-Uranus square is going to be there. It's coming back up again. So expect the unexpected and be prepared to protect what you desire and what you hold value, okay? Now, moving forward, we also have that Venus conjunction, right, with Mars at 0 degrees in Aquarius at the same time that they both enter Aquarius on the same day. So March the 6th is really impactful, right? But on a good note, that this energy is going to give us focus on our creative projects, right? We're going to be able to kind of like hone down and get things going, maybe even have some creative genius come up. Now, the desire for our exhilarating experience is going to increase, right? As these two meet at a very potent degree. 0 degrees is very potent energy. And our intimate relationships are going to be the main focus, as well as our creative projects, as well as our finances. They're going to be on the main focus, coming to the forefront of our minds, right? And Aquarius is about our autonomy and who we are, not only as an individual, but also who we are for others, because Aquarius is also about the collective. So we find that our sensual side is going to take the front stage as we approach things from a tender space, because that Venus energy is there, but we're still going to be taking action. We're still going to be very passionate. Now, in addition, our friends and our associates can benefit from this transit, right? Because Aquarius rules friends. And this is going to be an excellent time if you're looking to socialize or network or meet new people. This is wonderful energy to do so. This is going to allow us to express our excitement, our joy, and our true feelings by channeling into like creative projects, or even hosting a gathering or attending a party or something like that. Now, we could actually get our creative genius going, and it may be easier for us to get stuff done on this day, like if it's in a creative project, dancing, art, things of that nature, music, photography, whatnot. So we might find it easier to express what it is that we're trying to create within these endeavors on this day. All right. Now, starting on the very next day, which is March the 7th, we have Mars, which is in, not Mars, Mercury, which is in Aquarius, right? And it's just kind of coming off that conjunction with Saturn, and it's going to be making a square to the North Node in Taurus. Now, this is all about our mental capacities. It's all about our mentality, our minds, how we think, how we process information. And so as our mental capacities clash with our divine purpose on this day, right? Because the North Node is all about our purpose. And the tension that might arise on this is going to happen at a subconscious level. In fact, it's encouraging us to expand our horizons so we can reach beyond what we thought we could ever achieve. Now, if we dare to be fearless, right? And, kind of forge through this Piscean unknown energy, we can reach heights that we've never seen or experienced before. Now, none of this is easy. No one said that, obtaining your purpose and facing your North Node is going to be an easy thing at all. But the North Node is not the most comfortable, because, you can't easily obtain anything that's worth having, right? Not completely. And that's completely true and completely not true at the same time, depending. So either way, it's not going to be easy to obtain those things that we desire, to go after our purpose, right? Because we're so used to being in our comfort zone, and you have to leave your comfort zone in order to obtain what is uncomfortable, what is unknown to you, what you have not experienced. And that is what the North Node is about. Now, we obtain vast amounts of growth through this, right? Especially if we continue to strive, especially if we have that sheer determination and persistence, we obtain that amount of growth that is just astronomical, right? So releasing our need to be comfortable helps us to attain that level of peace and pleasure that is beyond what we could imagine. And now that North Node is in the sign of Taurus, forcing us to collectively embrace a new level of satisfaction, but not before we take the previously obtained experiences to propel us into the new normal, whatever this new normal may be. Now, we may receive information on this day, but it might be something challenging. It might be something that, kind of tells us, hey, you have to make a change and you do something different, right? Perhaps causing a change in our perspectives even, or, forcing us to change our direction in order to obtain that goal, in order to obtain that purpose, seeking after that purpose or aligning to that, right? So the key is to maintain a significant focus on the path ahead and not too much worry about what was, right? It's about what is and what will be. Now, last but not least, we have Mercury entering into Pisces this week, and this happens on March the 10th, all the way through March 27th of 2022. So we have about a good 15 to 17 days or whatever of this energy. And so with Mercury being in Pisces, it's, especially with it coming from the intellectual and forward thinking Aquarian energy, now it's moving into this Pisces energy, and it's going to most definitely slow down our thinking process in order for us to be confused a little bit, to question our realities, right? Question how we are relating, right? The upside of this energy is that we're going to be more creative in our ideas, because you're going to be forced to slow down and rethink things and be a little confused, so that way we can process something in a different way. Now, maybe even have a compassionate way of thinking and speaking that might come up. So that's an upside of this. Now, Mercury is in its fall and it's in its detriment during this 3-week transit. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just challenging our thought and our perspectives of life and the world around us. It is ideal to use this transit for visualization, meditation, strengthening, those creative abilities that we have. Mercury will be embraced by Jupiter and Neptune in a couple of weeks. So keep that in mind. This is going to result in some truth being revealed, maybe even brilliant ideas coming about, maybe even some intuitive messages raining from the divine down onto us to help us with seeing things differently and making different choices and creating a new plan. Okay, so that is all that I have for this week for Galactic Gossip. And I hope it has been beneficial and helpful. I look forward to the week ahead. We have quite a few things coming for us, some shifts, some personal planet changes. So we're going to feel the energy shift and move a little bit. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I will connect with you all very soon. And yeah, check the